Hi BookTube, my name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with another weekly reading vlog. So today is the 9th of January, it is Sunday. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning and I'm just sitting down for a quick little hello, welcome to the vlog kind of scenario here. Yes, my Christmas tree is still up, but as you can also tell, I am still sick. So it's making me feel better so the tree can stay up for another week or so. And this coming Saturday, actually, I get my booster shot. And I'm like, I think I need all the, cheerfulness that I possibly... So if this stays up until late January, I really don't care. It's my room, my choice. So, like I said, I just wanted to start off this vlog. I did do a little bit of reading this morning on my audiobook. So I thought I'd share with you guys what I am reading right now. So, excuse me, because I'm still sick, I'm actually supposed to go into the office tomorrow. Just like they're only having like one person in a day, of our department of 3. So we kind of like are just switching around kind of a scenario. But I don't know. Like the stipulations are from Health Canada that like I've been isolating. I haven't been going out or anything like that. I don't have COVID. It's just a cold, but we're supposed to be isolating. And I have been doing that. And the whole thing is that you can, it's after 5 days and your symptoms have to be like better for 24 hours. And they're not. Like, I am still pretty much the same as I was on Thursday and Friday. Like, I'm coughing and stuff, and I can definitely hear that it's breaking up, like it's going away, but it's still there. And, I'm constantly coughing and sneezing. I'm not going to go into the office like that. So I don't know. I'm going to message my manager today and see what she tells me. So we shall see. But anyway, so yeah, I'm supposed to be going in on Monday and Thursday are my days to go in. And so we'll play it by ear and see. I do have to do a rapid test before I go into the office. So I'm going to do that in the morning and see what it says and go from there. Like I said, I'm pretty positive I don't have COVID. But I mean, there is no absolute guarantee, But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on how that goes. So anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much my week. It's just going to be like working from home most days, at least 3 out of the 5 days, and my booster shot on Saturday. So that's really going to be it for this week other than reading. So let me share with you guys what I am currently reading. So on audio, I listened to a bit more of this morning. I'm listening to Ruby by V.C. Andrews. I don't know why I'm showing you this. Hold on. I'm listening to Ruby by V.C. Andrews. I do have a physical edition of it. That's about how far I am. So I've got the bookmark in there. So not very far. This is almost a 450-page book. And I'm a third of the way through it. I'm actually a little bit further than that, I think. I'm about a third of the way through it. And it's a slow-moving book. I'd forgotten how slow it was. So I originally read this when it was probably back when it was published or just after it was published in the early or mid-90s. It was in the mid-90s, 94, I think. And I was in high school when I read it, and as I talked about in my last vlog, this was the book that kind of bridged the gap between like the Sweet Valley books that I was reading to the more adult books that I was reading. And there are some very taboo topics within this book. I mean, it's V.C. Andrews. If anyone else read Flowers in the Attic, you know what that taboo topic is that I am talking about. But the two of them, the differences between Flowers in the Attic and this book is that the two characters didn't know that they were siblings. So nothing has happened, very chaste, right? But regardless of the fact, they still are now aware that they are half siblings, at least. They share the same mother. So yeah, I remember just being scandalized by this when I read it when I was probably like 15 or 16 years old. And now as an adult, it's kind of like an ew. But it's a fun throwback, I enjoy this book for what it is. It's a nostalgic thing for me. That's why I'm rereading it and why I'm going to go ahead and reread the whole series eventually down the line because they are, chunkier books. I mean, in terms of, but the audiobook is 16 hours long, you guys. So anyway, I'm about 10 hours. I have about 10 hours left on it at this point. So anyway, I am enjoying it. Is it one that I would recommend to people? Not necessarily. But I mean, if it's one that you read way back in the day, it's now available on audio, if you've got the 16 hours to kill, maybe give it a try. Sorry about that, friends. So yeah, so that's what I am currently reading. So essentially what this is about a girl named Ruby who was born in Louisiana Bayou. And this takes place, like, I had forgotten that it's actually, in a way, historical, if you will, because the female lead, she's only 15 in this book, but she was born in 1947. So, and this book came out in the 90s. So this would have taken place in what? The early, maybe 1960s? And then she ends up having... So as the stories progress, she ends up having a daughter. So I think the final book, like her daughter's book or something like that, she would have been 15 and 90 in the mid 90s. Does that make sense? Like, so yeah, it's this whole generational thing. And these, I did have to get this copy because it's got the throwback, the step back that just made me so happy. So anyway, I'm rambling on. So that's what I am currently listening to on audio. And then my current ebook is excuse me guys, The Lost Girls of Johnson's Bayou by Jenna De Leon. I'm reading this on my Kindle. This is not the original cover. It was a Harlequin intrigue novel. I'm only about a chapter into this. I started it a couple days ago and I have not been picking it up, mainly because I haven't been feeling well and focus for me has been difficult. Like, I haven't even been crafting. I just feel foggy and I've had a headache like for the past couple of days. So reading has been I've been okay listening to audio, just kind of laying there in bed listening to audio for a little bit, but reading has been a little more difficult for me. So I'm hoping to pick up this today. It's like I said, it's an intrigue novel, so it's only like 225 pages long, so I should be able to get it done relatively quickly, but I will keep you guys updated as I continue to read that. So anyway, guys, that is it. Like I said, just wanted to open up the vlog, say hello to everybody. Oh, the other thing I have to do, I keep forgetting to do this, I have to go to the library. I've got books that are overdue. So Garrett and I are going to go out and we're going to do a run to do drive-through, get a coffee. And even though I'm not supposed to be going out, I'm just running up to the drop box and just dropping off my books, and that's it. So yeah, anyway, that's it guys. I will talk to you later. Bye. Hi guys, it is later on Sunday night. It's about 8 o'clock at night. I'm in my room and I was going to get into bed soon and play The Happy Color on my tablet and listen to some more of Ruby by V.C. Andrews. And I realized that I had no interest in it. I got thinking about this book a lot today. I will talk more about this tomorrow, but I'm DNFing this one. And it's not a DNF like, oh, maybe I'll get back to it later. It's one I don't think I'll get back to later. The more I got thinking about it, like, yeah, I read this when I was younger, but it's one of those books that, I mean, it was something at the time when I read it, and I'm going to keep this edition just because it's kind of nostalgic for me. However, I don't think in the time of my life that I'm in now, I really don't have any interest in this. And the fact it's 16 hours long on audio, I thought about like just DNFing the audio and reading the book, because there was nothing wrong with the audio, but it was just so long. But I'm just like, I don't even really want to pick this up. So I will probably talk a bit more about that tomorrow. But for now, because I need another audiobook to listen to before I go to bed, let's spin the old wheel, shall we guys? So I have like altered some stuff on the wheel and changed some stuff around. As you guys know, I always say my TBR is, it's not set in stone. So let's spin the wheel and see what we get. Do, 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 do. Ooh, a thriller. Hidden. I think this is by Lauren something or other. Sorry, I'm blanking. You guys will see it in the next clip, and I will show it to you then. Talk to you tomorrow, guys. Bye. Hi, friends. Happy Monday. Today is the 10th of January, and I am not getting in front of the camera today because I had a rough night. I'm having a rough day. I am tired. I did not sleep well last night with my my cold. Yeah, I don't look the greatest. I just, you can clearly see that I am very sick. So, you know, I think it's probably just best that I just stay behind the camera today. So hopefully by tomorrow I will feel a bit better and, get down and be able to sit down and actually share with you guys, you know, the fact that I DNF'd Ruby last night. I want to talk a little bit more about that and my reasons why. and as well as share with you guys what I'm currently reading. But as you can see, I have my my spinners up. The other thing that I realized today is that I'm still reading The Lost Girls of Johnson's Bayou by Jana de Leon. However, I'm enjoying it, but I've always been the kind of person who has more than one book on the go. And I'm not just talking like an audiobook and and a print book / ebook. Like, usually like a couple of ebooks on the go at the same time. So I thought that I would spin the wheel again to pick another ebook, and yeah, just so I can kind of be reading two at once in a way. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel. So let's tap on it there. Here we go. And let's see what we get. I do love doing this, guys. This is so much fun. What do we have? What do we have? Ooh, Before Buckhorn. This is by BJ Daniels. This is a upcoming release. It actually comes out in February. I think it's February 22nd. It's a NetGalley read. Bear with. Let's have a look at the old Kindle here. This is not obviously my Paperwhite, but this will do the job since we're just standing here anyway. Let me see what we have here. Library. Oh, it wants me to sign in. Well, that's not good. Hold on. Bear with, guys. Let's just close all that up. And let's find... I'll let you guys look at my books really quickly. While I reach over here and get my Paperwhite. Alrighty. Okay. Look at that, guys. Can you see? Can you see that? I'm sure those of you who have been with me for a while. Was I just looking at it? Or no, number 4. Number 4 from the Temptation line. I do have number 1. Pardon me, guys. I'm so sorry. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, you guys. So that's what's been happening all day, is like, as soon as I start talking, I start coughing, which is no good because I am on the phone all day. But anyway, so this is the book Before Buckhorn by BJ Daniels. It is a Buckhorn, Montana book. Oh, I'm very excited to get this one started. So this is an e-arc from NetGalley. I'm going to start coughing again, so I'm going to let you guys go, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys. Hi, friends. Happy Friday. Yes, it's Friday. It is the 14th of January. I have not talked to you guys since Monday, when I did a quick little clip on Monday. If you can't tell from my voice, I have been sick. It was bad over the weekend. It got bad earlier in the week. I ended up taking Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday off of work. Even though I've been working from home, I still took the time off of work and did not work from home. I just literally slept for a day and a half, and I am starting to feel a lot better. My voice is still a little, not quite there, but I'll get there. I'll get there. So I was supposed to have my booster shot tomorrow, and I ended up canceling and rebooking because I've heard that if you're already not feeling well, the booster shot just magnifies that by however many fold. So I just decided I want one weekend where I don't feel like, a dog's breakfast essentially. So I decided just to cancel it, and I did rebook it for the following weekend. So fingers crossed I feel better by then. But yeah, I have not had much to update you guys on. I have been doing some reading. I'm not going to share too much with you guys right now. I'm going to come back tomorrow in the morning when I have a bit more time. My voice is a little bit better in the mornings, and sit down and share, because I'm going to share with you the book I DNF'd, but I do have a book that I finished I'll share with you tomorrow. I'm hoping to finish another book today. But I wanted to spin my wheel. So quick explanation. Okay, so the clip I think I talked about was that I decided to DNF Ruby. I got maybe a quarter of the way through it, and I just wasn't loving it. This was clearly a book that I read at the time when I was in high school that I really, really enjoyed because it was different, but now it's just, I'm too far removed from that time in my life that I just was not enjoying it. It was a slog, and I was listening to it on audio, and it was a slog, and I just was not enjoying it. And I decided, nope, I'm not even going to get into it any more than that. The thing is, though, I am keeping this. This is going to stay on my shelf along with the other ones that I bought because it's nostalgic for me, and it's part of my reading journey throughout my lifetime. So it'll be fun to have this still on my shelf. And again, mainly because it's got the step back cover. So yeah, so I decided to keep that. So I picked another audiobook, and I read that, Hidden by Laura Griffin. I'll talk to you guys about that one tomorrow. I'll give you my final thoughts on it. But before that, I hadn't realized that I had, I've been out of it, you guys. Like, I literally have not felt like doing much this week, like reading or anything like that. Up until the last day or so, I have not felt like doing anything. And I guess last Sunday, I had gone on the library website and I had requested this book on audio, and they had it as a 7-day hold. So they counted Sunday as day 1. So we're now at day 5. I have 2 days left and I haven't started it. Or no, I've only gotten a little bit of the way through it on audio, and it's due back. And I'm just like, you know what? And it says right on the thing, it's like, oh, 6 people are waiting for the audiobook. I'm like, I own the print book, so I just returned the audiobook. So I do have this one. I'm reading it right now in print. This is The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, and I'm enjoying it a lot so far. But again, I will talk about that a bit more tomorrow. And I'll probably start it tomorrow morning, or maybe even tonight, because I do like to have an audiobook. I've talked about this before, that sometimes before I go to bed, I'll listen to an audiobook for like a half an hour, and I'll play like Happy Color or something like that. So I do only have the 4 audiobooks. Somebody did ask me, I don't know if again, guys, if I'm repeating myself from a previous clip, my sincerest apologies. The colors don't mean anything. It's just the pretty colors for the wheel. That's all the colors mean. But I've got 4 audiobooks on here, so I thought that I would spin the wheel and pick one, and this will be the one that we're probably going to start tonight. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see what we get. Oh, I'm very excited. Ooh, Call of the Penguins by, is it Hazel Pryor? So I read How the Penguins Saved Veronica last year, and I loved it. So I do have this book from not from Audible. I have it from NetGalley. I was approved for a copy on NetGalley. I think it just came out. The print book's actually not due to come out until the 25th of January, but the ebook is already out, so I don't understand. As well as the audiobook, it's already been out. It's already out, but I am using an Audible credit for it because I love the audio of the first book, so I really want to listen to this one on audio as well. Plus, my mom loved it, so I figure if I get the audio, then her and I can both listen to it. Like, she can listen to it when I'm done. So it is the sequel to When the Penguins Save Veronica, so I'm very excited. Yay! Okay, so I will be starting that tonight, and I will share that with you guys tomorrow, but I just wanted to come on with a very, very, very quick clip just to say hi, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hi friends, happy Saturday. Today is the 15th of January, and it's just about noon. So I thought I'd come to you with the final clip of this vlog. This will probably be a bit longer than the other ones have been this week, just because of how I've been feeling this week. Obviously, I talked yesterday about the fact that I have been sick. But today I actually feel pretty good. I'm still a little congested, and I'm still coughing a little bit, but it's far better than it was like last Saturday or earlier this week. So I wanted to talk to you guys come to you guys with a reading update, give you guys a review for a book that I actually finished a few days ago, and share with you what I'm currently reading. And I also have a very small little book haul here to share with you. So, we'll start off with, what should we start off with? Let's start off with the book review. So earlier this week, I finished Hidden by Lauren Griffin. Of course, I will pop a cover of it up here. I did listen to this on audio. I did have it from NetGalley, so thank you to NetGalley, and I think it was Berkeley was the publisher for sending me an e-arc of this one. It came out back last summer. This is the first book in the Texas Murder Files series. And I'm giving this one 3 stars because I finished it like 3 days ago, and legit, like, it was a book that wasn't super memorable. Like, I didn't not enjoy it. I did enjoy listening to it. It was a really good mystery. It was a romantic suspense, but the plot of it just wasn't anything that stuck with me, if you will. So our main characters' names are Bailey and Jacob, I believe, if I'm remembering that correctly. And it starts out with a woman who's murdered on this hiking trail. It takes place in Texas. Clearly, it's the Texas Murder Files. I want to say it's Austin is the area in Texas that it takes place in. So this woman is murdered, and Bailey is a reporter for the local paper, and Jacob is a police officer. So the two of them are working together. So I guess the rest of the series is going to follow the two of them as they solve different mysteries or crimes or what have you. So I don't want to get too much into this one because I didn't go into this one knowing anything about it. And I think that did help my enjoyment of it a bit more. Needless to say, it's something to do with witness protection, and the case kind of takes them to a different, I think they end up in New Orleans, and, you know, it kind of goes all over the place. It's just that the mystery itself I enjoyed. The romance part of it, not so much. It was very, it just didn't, it wasn't the greatest of romances, let's put it that way. But it wasn't an unenjoyable book. Now, I did look, and I read another book by this author last year. I want to say it was called Last Seen Alone. And I think I gave that one 3 stars as well. So maybe this is an author that doesn't really hit for me in terms of romantic suspense. But I'm going to give her another try. I mean, I think I've got another book by her. She's written a few more. So if the second book if and when the second book in the Texas Murder Files comes out, I will read it. You know, because it's not like I didn't enjoy it. Like, a lot of people say, oh, it was 3 stars. But 3 stars is perfectly adequate. It was a book that I found enjoyable, that I had a good time reading, but it isn't one that is going to be a book that in 20 years from now, I'm like, oh, you know, I remember reading that book. It won't be one of those, if that makes any kind of sense at all. So, yeah, I did enjoy it for what it was. If you want a fun mystery, not necessarily, I would consider it to be a romantic suspense, even though it is billed as that. And there is some romance in here. There is some sexy times in here. It does get a little hot and spicy. It's not a main component of the plot, if you will, but it's definitely in there. So that is the one book, the one and only book, guys, I finished this week. But I hard DNF'd one book that I talked about yesterday, the Ruby book by V.C. Andrews. And I have soft DNF'd 2 books. So I like kind of using that terminology because a hard DNF is a book I probably will never go back to. But a soft DNF is like, I'm just not in the mood for this right now. And I really want to do that this year. Like, if I'm not feeling a book, to just be okay with putting the book down and being like, I don't feel like reading this right now. Sorry, I'm just reaching for something here. I don't feel like reading this right now. So I am instead going to read something else. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is perfectly okay to do. Sorry, I should have been a little bit more prepared because I want to show you guys some covers of what I am currently reading here. So let me just do this while I'm talking to you guys. So yeah, did I mention it in this vlog? I don't remember. But I mentioned in my last vlog, I said something about my audiobook phone. And it's just an old phone, guys. It's not like I bought a special cell phone just to use for audiobooks. This is like a two phones ago phone that still works. It's just that I just use it strictly for audio. Like, I have no data on it. I have no anything on it. It runs perfectly off of Wi-Fi. I just have to make sure that I have the audiobooks themselves downloaded. That I just have to make sure I have the audiobooks themselves downloaded onto it, and Bob's Your Uncle. So it works out really great for that. But anyway, what am I currently reading? So like I said, I soft DNF 2 books. So the 2 books that I did was The Lost Girls of Johnson's Bayou by Jana DeLeon. I was enjoying it, guys. I was almost 50% of the way through it, but I had no urge to pick it up. I don't know. I've been reading it for like 6 or 7 days. And I don't know if it was part of me being sick or what, but I just was not feeling it right now. So I decided I'm going to put that one aside. There's a ton of other things I want to get to right now. So let me put it aside for now. I will get back to it. I'm almost certain I have it somewhere here on my shelves. And when I come across it, I think I might maybe try and pick it up in March for March Mystery Madness, because it is a great mystery. Drinking my coffee still. So yeah, so that one is DNF'd for now. The other one that's DNF'd for now actually is The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. Okay, so did I tell you guys what happened? I can't remember. I was telling somebody. So what happened was I had borrowed it from the library, and I only had it as a 7-day hold because it's a very popular audiobook. And I borrowed it last Sunday, ended up getting super sick, wasn't listening to a lot of audio. I ended up listening to a lot of that the Hidden Book by Lauren Griffin. And I didn't realize that it was only a 7-day. I thought, oh, I've got lots of time. I've got 21 days. That's the typical length of a audiobook borrow from the library. So I didn't realize, and I went to go start listening to it again yesterday and realized it was going to expire today. And I'm like, I'm not going to get it done because it's like 12 hours long. So I went ahead and returned it. I had gotten about 100 pages into it on audio before I realized. So originally what I was going to do was, I think I talked about this yesterday, that I was just going to pick it up and read the physical edition because I do have the physical edition. So I started doing that a bit last night, and I was really liking the audio. I was really loving the narration of the audio. So I have soft DNF that one for now as well. And I've got it put back on hold at the library. I'm going to wait till I get the full 21-day hold. And I'm going to read it in March. I think that's my plan, is that I'm going to listen to that one in March, again, for March Mystery Madness. I'm planning ahead, you guys, because I think it would be perfect for that. So yeah, it's put to the side for now, but I will be getting back to it. So all that being said, what am I currently reading? So currently on ebook, I am reading a book that's not due to come out until the end of February, actually. So this is an e-arc from Harlequin, and it is, bring up the cover here, Before Buckhorn by B.J. Daniels. So I am really enjoying this one, you guys. I'm about 50% of the way through it, and this is the 4th in the Buckhorn, Montana series, but I haven't read any of the previous 3. And I wouldn't even know that this was part of a series unless I had been told so, or had seen so on NetGalley, on Goodreads. So essentially, this is about our main character, Jasper. And Darby is the female lead. He's a former homicide police officer, I think from somewhere in Texas, maybe. And she is a reporter. Again, a detective and a reporter. But he's no longer a homicide detective. He is now a rancher. He, for whatever reason, we still don't know why yet, he left the police force, something happened, and he has come back to kind of his hometown in this small Montana town. And he's become a rancher. Well, there's something funny or something weird going on in town. And it is so intriguing, you guys. Oh my gosh. So there's this weird little older man, who has opened this shop called Gossip. And the shop has it's a small he's rented it out for a month. He's blacked out the windows. You can only get in by invitation only. And he's sending invitations out to various residents in Buckhorn. And essentially, when these people go in, something happens. He gives them information that causes bad things to happen. One woman attacked another woman. Somebody else has ended up dead. One of Jasper's friends in this book, he got some devastating news about his deceased wife. Things like that. There's stuff like, how does this man know this stuff about all these people in this town? So that's the mystery aspect. This is, again, a romantic suspense. So there is a romance between Jasper. Sorry, guys, my phone just rang. I don't know it still shows that I'm recording, so we'll just continue to go with it. So anyway, there is a romance between Jasper and Darby. It is, in a way, a second chance romance. They knew each other back in college, and they spent one night together, but I don't think anything happened. I think they just kind of almost got to that point, and then the cops broke up the party, and they haven't seen each other since. And then she shows up in town because she knows that he's there, and I can't remember exactly why she decided to go to that town. Probably, she left a very bad relationship, let's put it that way. So anyway, so that is that. And like I said, I'm about 50% of the way through this one, and it's really good. This whole mystery with this little strange man and this weird store and, whatever, I'm totally invested in this. It's so good. I pick it up and I don't want to put it down. It's really, really good. So I'm very, very happy with that one. And then the other book that I'm currently listening to on audio is Call of the Penguins by Hazel Pryor. So there it is on audio. I've got the hiccups. I'm about 2.5 hours into it on this one. This is the sequel to How the Penguins Save Veronica, or the UK title was Away with the Penguins, I think it was called. But I definitely, after reading the first one, you need to read the first one before you read this one. You can't you can't jump into this one first. There's so much that happens in that first book that's referenced in this book. you really do need to read them back to back. Let me rephrase that, not back to back, because I read the first one early last year, and I remember what happened, but you definitely need to read that one first and then get to this one. So this is essentially, without giving too much away, it's about an 80-something-year-old woman who fancies she wants to do something with her life. Her life's like she's what is it that a guy that I follow on Instagram said not long ago? He's running out of runway. Like as you get older, right? Like there's only so much more time you have to do the things that you want to do. And she decides to really kind of focus on penguins and penguin welfare and conservation and things like that. So she ends up in the first book traveling to Antarctica to this research station for penguins, and the story kind of goes from there. There's like a bunch of other things that happen. It goes back and forth in time in the first book. So this is the follow-up. I'm really, really enjoying it so far. I literally just started it last night. I listened to about 20 minutes of it. So like I said, I'm about 2.5 hours into it now, and I'm going to sit this afternoon, do some more listening to it, and maybe do some cross-stitch. So I am really enjoying this one. So yay on that. So that's about it for what I'm reading, what I'm doing. Let me just show you guys a little book haul. So I did get some books in the mail this week. I placed a very small order with Book Outlet. I was just looking at some of the stuff that they had, and I ran across these two books, and the one I'm familiar with, not to the fact that I've read it, but of course I'm familiar with it because of pop culture. And that book is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I got this, I think it was like $2 or $3 on Book Outlet, but I mainly got it because I think the cover is stunning. So this is part of a set. So the rest of the books in this series all have this same cover, but I only got the first one because that's really the only one that I'm interested at this point in reading. So on the back, it has the rest of them. So Little Women, Good Wives, Little Men, and Joe's Boys. So there's the covers, sorry for the glare, of the other ones. But I just think that it is so sweet and so charming. I have never read this. I know. I've never read this. One of these days, maybe for middle grade March, I don't know. Is this middle grade? You guys tell me. I don't think so. The classic family story from Louisa May Alcott. I've never seen the movie either. I think I may have seen parts of the one with Kirsten Dunst. Not a fan of hers personally. I know there's a newer version that was put out. What I'd like to do is read the book and then watch one of the movies. So if you guys want to recommend to me which one, there was one years ago with Katharine Hepburn in it. Am I correct in that assumption? Then there's the one I'm thinking of with Kirsten Dunst and Winona Ryder. Was she in it too? Susan Sarandon, I think, played the mother, right? And then there's the newest one that I'm not familiar with who's in that one. But let me know, for those of you who have watched the movies, who are fans of them, which one is the one do you think that once I've read the book, which movie should I watch? Which of the movies should I watch? So I got that one. The next one was another middle grade. I guess I had middle grade March on the brain as well, like March Mystery Madness and middle grade March. I'm like just completely jumping over February and getting into March reading. But I saw this one, and it's called How High the Moon by Karen Parsons. Looks super, super cute. Like that cover just jumped right out at me. So it says, the sadness she wore only moments before had been replaced by something newly roused. I was feeling it too, a low boiling anger. In the Jim Crow South, 12-year-old Ella spends her days fishing and running around a small town in South Carolina with her cousins Henry and Mira. But life is not always so sunny for Ella, who gets bullied for her lighter skin tone and whose mother is away pursuing a jazz singing career up north in Boston. So Ella is ecstatic when her mother invites her to visit her for Christmas. She doesn't expect to uncover new truths about her mother, the father she never knew, and her family's most unlikely history. After a life-changing trip, she returns south and is shocked by the news that her schoolmate George has been arrested for the murder of 2 local white girls. Bittersweet and eye-opening, How High the Moon is a stunning and timeless debut novel about a girl finding herself in the world, all but determined to hold her down. Like, this just sounded so, so good. And again, I think it was $2 or $3 on Book Outlet. So I decided to pick it up. So I am very, very interested. I think it's going to be quite good. I mean, it's going to be a very, very easy read. It's middle grade, so yeah. So I'm very, very much looking forward to that one. And then the book I just picked up today. So I'm going to insert a clip at the end of this vlog after this. Garrett and I were looking at all of the Valentine's Day stuff that's out. And they have the plushies. and some of them like sing and dance. So we found one that like shakes its butt. So I got a little video of it. So I'll insert it at the end just for funsies at the end of this. But of course I had to stop and look at the books while we were at Walmart, and I got Jill Shalvis's new book, and that is The Family You Make. And I am so excited about this one. It is the first book in a brand new series. Bree and I, on the Categorically Romance podcast, were fortunate enough to interview Jill Shalvis. Was it back in November? Her episode, though, released on January 1st. So her episode is out if you want to go and check it out. Links below to the podcast. And she talks a lot about this book. And it just sounds delightful. So I'll just read this little bit for you. During the snowstorm of the century, Levi Cutler is stranded on a ski lift with a beautiful stranger named Jane. After strong winds hurled the gondola in front of them down to the ground, Levi calls his parents to prepare them for the worst, but can't bring himself to say goodbye. Instead, wanting to fulfill his mother's lifelong wish, he impulsively tells her he's happily settled and Jane is his girlfriend right before his phone dies. But Levi and Jane do not. So it is a relationship, like a fake relationship, and I am so, so interested. And it's set in Lake Tahoe, which is where the lovely Jill Shalvis is from. If you do not follow her on Instagram, you need to follow her on Instagram. Her pictures of like the snow and the area that she lives in are just stunning. I mean, stunning. So yeah, I am very, very happy to have this one. I'm going to try and see if I can get to this one in February. But I am super, super happy to have it. And it was 30% off at Walmart, which is always fantastic. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera. Anyway, guys, that's it. I will insert the other clip at the end, but that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was probably a lot shorter than a normal vlog, but I will check in with you guys later. I do plan on getting some more videos out next week. I am sorry I have been amiss for videos other than vlogs for the last 2 weeks, but again, I haven't been well, so don't worry. You guys will be getting extra videos, like more than just the vlogs from me, over the next few weeks. We'll be going back to our regularly scheduled programming. And until my next one, guys, take care and happy reading. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind.